Hello Pisces, welcome to December. This is Gwendolyn. Welcome back to the channel, or if it's your first time here, welcome. I just want to say thank you to all my stars, all my viewers and subscribers. I really love doing these readings, and it's because of you that I'm able to do them. So I just want to say thank you, both to those of you who are new subscribers as well as those who've been watching for a long time. It's really fun to see your comments and reply to them, and I really appreciate all of your support. So let's see what's going on this month for Pisces. To start it off, we have a full moon in December 3rd, on December 3rd in Gemini. And that's happening in your 4th house of the home. So that your home is really illuminated during this time. You may feel very content and satisfied and happy in your home, or it may be shining a light on something that needs to come to completion regarding your home. Some of you may be wrapping up something that has to do with your home life or your house, or finally completing a project regarding your house. I'm seeing some sort of equality, some balance finally coming around, some worth and compensation. So regarding your home life, if you're content there, it's just illuminating that. For some of you, it may be thinking about where it is that you live or where it is that you want to live. And full moons bring illumination and radiance to the house that they sit in. So your 4th house has to do with parenting, with parents, with the home life, with childhood. It's really illuminating either childhood or your home, Pisces. And some of you, like I said, may be wrapping up or completing something regarding your home if it's not just illuminating your home sector and featuring it during this full moon. And then we have a new moon. How nice. Strength jumping out. December 18th, we have this new moon in Aquarius, and that is in your 10th house. Which is the house of status, reputation, and career. So you're showing up really strong in your career, Pisces, especially regarding new beginnings. In your career, if some of you have started a new job or want to start a new job, Sagittarius really has to do with expanding horizons and going to new places, traveling, new cultures or different cultures, philosophy, travel, higher learning. So it's really like in your career, if you're interested in learning something new about in your career, or beginning something new, taking it to a new level, starting something that is a new career path, that's really featured for you. New moons are a great time to plant new seeds or set new intentions. And you have Jupiter in Scorpio, which is in your 9th house, which is also the house of higher learning. So if some of you are looking to begin a new course of learning regarding your careers, wonderful time to do that right around this new moon in Sagittarius, December 18th, in your house of career, reputation, status, your position in the outer world. That's really going to serve you, and you're really showing up strong there. You've got a lot of strength happening there, Pisces. So I'm just going to shuffle the cards a little bit, and we'll see what's coming up for Pisces for December. Also, if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, I will talk a little bit about the readings that I offer at the end of the video, so stick around for that. Yep, looks like at the beginning of the month, you got 7 of coins, which is kind of sitting back and looking at what you've achieved so far, waiting for your investments that you have put in of your effort and your time and potentially money to ripen. So it's sort of like saying it's not quite yet the time to harvest something, but you've been putting in a lot of effort and things are growing, and you just need to wait for the fruits to sweeten on the vine. This is the farmer card, and it means just being patient, evaluating things, looking to see if the efforts that you have been putting in are yielding the results that you would like. And if you would like to continue putting in the same efforts and get the same results, or if you'd like to put in different efforts, plant something different and yield a different crop. So this card usually means being patient, waiting for things to sweeten, waiting for things to be ready to harvest. And you've got it sitting right next to the success card. This is Six of Wands. So it may be that all the efforts that you've been putting in are really yielding success, and people see that you have this worth, you have this status, you have this recognition. This is like you coming in and being elevated from all the hard work you've put in, all the effort, tending to this garden. And whether it be financial, whether it be regarding love, whether it be regarding your career, whatever it is that you've been putting a lot of effort into over time. I often look at this as a return on investments card, where the fruits of your labor are really growing and multiplying. It may not be time to collect on them yet because they're still sweetening and developing. So this card usually just says have patience. There's success associated with this. So you will be rewarded for your patience, Pisces, and you will be seen for the efforts that you've been putting in. I'm also seeing you as being very confident. This is a card of beauty, of attractiveness, of feeling confident and bold. Queen of Wands is a woman of action. Now, whether you're male or female, this is applying to you, Pisces. And it's saying you're feeling on top of your game, or you have this sense of confidence and sort of brashness and beauty and just vitality shining through. She's holding the sunflower, which means like there's a certain amount of life force, fiery energy available to you. Potentially this could be an ally that's a fire sign, so it could be an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius that's like a best friend, or someone who is showing up that is supporting you or partnering with you, taking you forward. You're having a lot of fun with them, but I'm really reading this as you, Pisces. It's sort of like being in your zone, feeling full of confidence and authority, especially next to the Six of Wands card. It's like, here I am, I'm showing up, I'm doing my thing, I'm getting stuff done. I'm taking names and just clearing the way and cutting a path. And this is all fire energy. This is action. This is like success on the field. So enjoy that, Pisces. The tables are turning in your favor. And this is a card of great fortune. This is the Wheel of Fortune card. And it's saying time is evolving things in a really positive way. This is like when everything clicks into place. I believe there's another reader named Vicky Verley. You should check her out. And she says this card sometimes is like a combination lock, when things just unlock. So beginning of December, I'm seeing is really favorable for you, Pisces, especially in terms of the efforts you've been putting in, getting recognized for those, having success, feeling confident, attractive, witty, putting forth the effort. And tables are turning in your favor. It's sort of like the good luck card. It's like things are happening and arriving for you beginning of December. So that's really, really positive, Pisces. I love seeing that for all of you. Even if you may have to wait for some of your results to still be ready for harvest. They're going to be sweet when you're ready to do that. Middle of the month, I see communication coming in. This is Eight of Wands, and this is things happening swiftly. In this card, the rods are 80 to 90% lined up, so sometimes this card is called almost completion. And I usually liken this card to a pot of water that has been being heated for a while, where you don't necessarily see all of the movement or results at once. It's kind of like this card. You have to be patient. You know how they say a watched pot never boils? It's like you've been putting in the effort, putting in the heat, and then all of a sudden, all at once, you get sudden, rapid movement. This can also be getting the last piece of the puzzle, or getting a piece of information that unlocks that final puzzle piece. I'm really seeing it here in tandem with this wheel card, because it's like this is that combination lock spinning, and this is unlocking it. This is the final thing that you need to complete it or open it, or for things to happen. So sometimes this can mean getting a piece of news that brings you a certain amount of understanding, where things happen rapidly and quickly. And then in the middle of the month, it's interesting. There's something about potentially an earth sign person who you're considering a love relationship with that you're not sure about giving them a second chance or not. Or you may be having a hard time forgiving someone. This is Judgment. And this is a card about second chances. It's letting the baggage of the past go. These are old ghosts. These are people who have been dead and buried, but they're coming up again. And this is spiritual fire that renews for a second life. It's a very spiritual card, and I usually liken this card to forgiveness because the power of forgiveness burns away any old baggage, any old stories. So with it in the reverse, it may be saying that you're having a hard time forgiving someone, or there's fear, doubt, or resistance regarding forgiveness, regarding letting the old ghosts of the past. And I'm seeing it as potentially related to an earth sign person. So this could be Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. You know, I don't know if this is a mother or a sister or a friend, a boss, you know, a potential lover, maybe an ex. And it could be male or female, Pisces. Don't worry about the gender here, but I'm seeing that they're looking for forgiveness or a second chance. Don't let your fear, doubt, or resistance hold you back from considering forgiving this person, or considering, you know, a second chance with this person, especially if they were someone that you were lovers with, or they were a potential love interest. This shows intimacy, vulnerability, sensuality. This is connecting with someone on a heart level, on a spiritual level, on a physical level. This is all the great things that come with opening your heart to someone and being vulnerable and showing up exactly as you are. There is, along with this, some fear, doubt, or resistance. And I'm going to say, you know, see what you need to do to remove that fear, doubt, or resistance, especially when it comes to a second chance, and potentially with an earth sign person. There is some clearing out of deep-seated emotions that you may need to do also regarding that, and maybe having felt left out in the cold. These cards are about two different things in some ways. This moon card is about letting your deep-seated feelings come up to the surface in order for evaluation, to see what is true versus what's illusion, what is permanent versus what is changeable. And this is this card is ruled by Pisces, so it can be very romantic, very poetic. It can be sometimes having to do with fantasy. So this is another opportunity to let these deep-seated emotions come up and really assess what's fantasy versus what's reality. In this card we have the dog and the wolf, which is the domesticated, rational, left brain, you know, analytical, practical side of us, versus the wild, uninhibited, passionate, creative, right brain side of us. And when we allow our feelings up from deep-seated feelings that are under the surface, we allow them to be evaluated here in the gentle light of the moon. It takes us forward, and we can see, oh, okay, that was fantasy, this is reality. This is permanent, this is changeable. This is something that's consistent versus this is something that is fly-by-night. So there may be feelings that you need to assess that help you with this situation. You know, I'm seeing all four of these as tied together. You may be feeling hesitant to let your deep-seated emotions up because you don't know whether to trust them. You don't know what's real and what's not. So I'm going to encourage you to do whatever you need to do to remove that fear, doubt, or resistance to letting these deep-seated feelings come up, just for your own evaluation. What's real? What's not real? What is dependable versus what is undependable? What's fantasy versus what's reality? That is going to assist you in not feeling like you're left out in the cold here. This is 5 of Coins, and this has to do with loss. Potentially a former loss, because it is lining up here with this Judgment, the second chance. So this may have been feeling left out in the cold. And when we feel left out in the cold, we always have the option to focus on the spiritual world rather than what's happening to us in this external life here on Earth, physical realm. Even if we feel like this and that we need comfort, we always have comfort available to us in the spiritual realm. That's where it's always warm. That's where the light is glowing. That is what is constant. And it's interesting here that that's also coming up with the moon, because that's about consistency and what's constant. Where is the light constant? That gold glowing warmth that is always available to us. You may not necessarily need to, by focusing on what the appearances are and what you're experiencing in the physical world and your surroundings, that may make you feel bereft, versus what's always warm, what's always available to you, what's always full of sustenance and nurturing. That's what this religious figure is representing, is that you always have this available to you. So you might need to ponder on that, Pisces. Allow those deep-seated feelings to come up. Evaluate them. Evaluate what's consistent versus what's changeable. And it may assist you too. You may get some insights after you're able to look at this situation and really acknowledge your feelings, your deep feelings about this, and let them come up. Really acknowledge them. It may allow you to feel more connection to that sustaining, glowing, consistent spiritual love that is available at all times. And that really puts you in a nice place towards the end of the month. This is you sitting pretty. It's kind of an echo of the beginning of the month. This is 9 of Coins. And this is the person who has put themselves in a nice position. She's saved up for a rainy day. She's eating grapes. She's been self-disciplined. She's wearing jewels. It means feeling independent, and all this purple is the royal color, so it means feeling wealth, luxury, having say in what you choose to do, maybe even time for relaxation and leisure. So I'm really seeing this as maybe the time when you get to harvest these jewels. Funny enough, this is 7 of Coins, which means waiting for the harvest, and then you've got this additional coin here, and then it's showing up as, I've put myself in a nice position. I've saved for a rainy day. I've been working hard here. And now it's here when you reap those rewards, Pisces. So you end up sitting in a beautiful position at the end of December. And you may just have to go through sort of looking back in the middle of the month. If you get a piece of information in the middle of the month, it may cause you to reassess something, especially with an earth sign regarding a lover's relationship, and really acknowledging whatever losses you went through, and acknowledging what your deep-seated emotions are regarding that. And then at the end of the month, you have a fresh new beginning available to you, but you are kind of hesitant about it. You're kind of fearful about it, maybe. This is Ace of Wands, which is new life, new passion. Aces are always new beginnings. And this is the card that represents the person who is going out first. So the baton twirler in front of a parade. The person who's running a race, who has the baton. They're the active element. It's like a fresh new spring. Fresh life, new passion, new joy, new energy, new vitality. This is showing up for you at the end of the month. This could be like finishing up the year and feeling really refreshed and revitalized, but it's kind of like saying, like, I want this, but I don't know if I'm ready for it. I know this new beginning is coming in, but I don't know if I'm ready to run with it yet. So allow this in, Pisces. Remove whatever that fear, doubt, or resistance is to going forward, having that new spring in your step, that new spark. This is really a spark card. So, if this is showing up where you feel like a new beginning is coming, it may just be like under the surface, waiting like a new seed to grow. This may be new energy that is spilling over into the beginning of 2018. But you're coming from a place of feeling very stabilized, very like sitting pretty, enjoying the luxury and the riches that you've brought to yourself. And it may be that you're just sort of contemplating and thinking about this new beginning. There's a spark underneath the surface. If you can remove whatever fears, doubts, resistance, or even the word delay is coming up, this is waiting for you. So that's a beautiful way to end the end of the year as well as the end of the month. And it looks really good for you, Pisces. It looks like you've got a lot of success. You've got some rewards. You've got a lot of confidence. Good things happening, things turning in your favor. And if you wanted to, give this earth person a second chance, especially regarding a lover's relationship, you may just need to dig down deep to you and allow your deep-seated emotions regarding this to access forgiveness, or just letting the old ghosts of the past go, letting go of old baggage, and assessing how did you feel left out in the cold. Were you focusing too much on external circumstances versus the warmth that was surrounding the situation? What's permanent versus what is impermanent? Really get clear on that, and then you end up collecting your rewards and sitting pretty, and maybe even being in a good financial place from all this work that you've done earlier, and being ready for a new spark. So that's my reading for you, Pisces, for December. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to give it a thumbs up or share it with another Pisces. Feel free to share it on social media. And if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, I do 3-card readings, I do half-an-hour readings, relationship readings, hour-long readings, and you can book any of those by just shooting me an email. In those, I do numerology, astrology, cards of destiny, love cards, and tarot, and I look forward to doing a reading with you. As always, I just want to thank everyone so much for watching. Yours in the stars.